In Spanish or in English?
That's in English.
You were going to practice in Spanish.
All right. Can you see it?
No.
Yeah.
You're standing in front.
No, yeah, right.
Okay. So today I'm going to speak about family-based immigration.
Yes, tell me.
That was the presentation. Yeah.
Okay, let's go to the. I'm from St. Louis. You don't know where Missouri is, but it is 1,406 kilometers and 874 miles from New York. Okay, that's where I come from. How's this working?
You have to do the St. Louis song though.
Right in there. But maybe you have to turn it.
I'll just click on this. Okay. Now, my city is located at the confluence of two major rivers in North America. They're the longest river and the second longest river. And I have two gifts. Okay? This is a contest. Who can tell me what the longest river in North America is?
Mississippi.
Wrong!
Missouri.
The Missouri. Luke, you get the best.
Wow.
Again.
Great. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome. And then, what was the other question? What are the names of the rivers? Well, nobody raised their hand. Who's the first one?
Missouri and Mississippi.
Okay. So Bernardo gets whatever's in the mystery box.
Okay. Thanks.
So, my city is famous for its the largest landmark. It's called the Arch. It's 192 meters tall, 630 feet. It's the largest, tallest freestanding parabola in the United States. It was designed by a famous Finnish architect, Eero Saarinen, in 1947, and it was built between 1963 and 1965. This is our typical sites in my city. So we are a river city. So we have the Arch, and then we have these very famous boats that we have cruise around the river. What you may not know is that we are also recipients of a lot of refugees from war-torn areas in the world. So during the Bosnian War from 1992 to 1995, 75,000 refugees from Bosnia, mostly Bosniaks, came to live in St. Louis here. We are the home of the largest population of Bosnians outside of Bosnia-Herzegovina. So they came from Bosnia.
It's not Germany?
It's not Germany. Today we have about 95,000 descendants living in the area, and that's our city flag. Okay? We are also home to a famous product, which you may know.
That comes from Germany.
No.
Not originally.
So this is one of the famous products from our city, Budweiser.
It's not Czech Budweiser either.
No, it's not Budweiser. So I am licensed in the United States Supreme Court, the United States Court of Appeals for the 8th Circuit, which is a federal court of appeals, the United States District Court, which is a federal trial court or court of first instance. I'm also licensed by the Missouri Supreme Court. I'm a graduate of St. Louis University School of Law in 1994. I did some studies in Spain, and I also did my undergraduate studies there. I've also been teaching a little bit in Latin America at the Universidad Centroamericana, and also at the Universidad Internacional, Interamericana in Buenos Aires.
Internacional.
Yeah. Interamericana. And I've been a board member of this organization since 2010. Lutz alluded to this earlier. I also appear regularly and frequently on different media, mostly in Latin America. But I've been on CNN, Univision, Voice of America, Clarín.
Deutsche Welle.
And Deutsche Welle. In English. That was English. And I also write a monthly column for an online newspaper comprised of Venezuelan expats, and it's in Spanish and English. It comes out once a month, called The People's Lawyer. So enough about me. I want to talk about U.S. immigration law. Do you know what illegal immigration is? No? What part of legal immigration don't you understand? So this is a diagram. If you want to come into the door to the United States, these are the different ways you can do it. Going this way, that way, etc. Down here, do you have skills? This is the area that Trump wants to go. Just do skills right down here. I want to talk about green cards today. So can you get a green card in the United States?
Easy.
Easy. This is one of the charts that we use for figuring out if you're available.
The simple chart,
This is good for lawyers.
Yeah, really. This is really good law for lawyers. That's exactly right. So the question is, can you get a green card? Well, maybe you could if you married a gringo. So raise your hand if you know what a gringo is. Okay, raise the other question. If you do not know what a gringo is, please raise your hand. We have a slide for you.
Oh, and there's an actual dictionary.
This is, yeah, you know what a gringo is.
right? Portuguese also.
It essentially means an American. So mostly in Spanish people. So today really what we're talking about are mail order brides. Tony, this is for you.
Yeah.
Wrap them back, yeah.
So we're going to talk about the spousal and visa and the fiancé visa. So I have a very important question. Maybe Tony can answer this one. Who do you know who looks like this? If you know somebody who looks like this, the chances are that they went through a process.
The person
So if you've never seen these visas, these are American visas. This is a K-1 visa for somebody who's going to come to the United States as a fiancé in order to arrive here and get married within 90 days. And the K-3 visa is when you are already married, when the American goes to your country and then comes back with the foreign spouse. Okay. So the requirements for the first one over here, the K-1 fiancé visa, is if you have not gotten married yet and you want to get married in the United States, this allows your fiancé to come to the United States for the purpose of getting married. These are the requirements. I-129F application. You have to then sign a statement. I intend to marry this person within 90 days. The fees right now are $340, and proof of having met the person in person in the last 2 years, like plane tickets, photographs, event tickets, things like this.
Once is enough?
Yeah, once is enough, but it has to be in the last 2 years. And then proof of an ongoing relationship. Such things as WhatsApp messages, Facebook messages, text messages, etc., among other things.
LinkedIn is especially important.
Yeah.
So
Now,
no requirement to live together
Prior to getting married?
no, after getting married.
Yeah, for the adjustment of status process, which is a later process,
Yeah.
you have to show cohabitation.
Yeah.
Yes. So this is the other visa, the K-3 visa, which is the foreign spouse visa. This is when you are already married and then you come and you want to bring your now wife or husband to the United States. This allows that person to come in. You have a question? Yes? No?
No, I'm glad you are talking so openly that this is the only way to immigrate. I tell my client you have to get married, and they all say, no, there's no other way.
Yeah, it's the influence of the Catholic Church.
Rick?
Yeah.
I've seen
the
this
moment
with a
when
number
it's
of
on the way.
clients, but they may go and get married in another country, but then they still can't get the lady into the country.
Well, that would be the K-3 visa that they would need to apply.
So there must be more restrictions than just that.
More restrictions than just what?
Getting married in the other country the way you've described, because I've known.
Well, you have to show proof of a bona fide relationship. You have to show
Yeah.
proof that it's not a pay-for-play situation where you're paying the person. So the whole point of these processes are to show evidence. So these are all evidence-based processes. So if you have bank accounts together, if you have documents that show that you own property together, you have children together, you can show birth certificates and things like this, then you overcome the burden of the negative implication of a situation like that. So let's say that you go through this entire process, and I've made this very, very simple because I know that we're short on time, but you have your fiance or your spouse, and this is a green card. I don't know, are there any legal permanent residents of the United States present?
Nobody volunteers for that, so it's still,
No, this is all being broadcast live too. So this is what a green card looks like. Okay, I think our model here especially looks quite good.
Yeah,
Liz
for
pointed this out. She was born in 1920, but she looks,
Eternal youth.
yeah, and she's from the country of utopia. But let's say you do get this and you're allowed to have permanent residence. Why is that so important? Because once you have legal permanent residence, you can then become a United States citizen and actually vote in elections and participate fully in the civic life of the United States. So that's really all the more I have on this presentation. It was supposed to be 10 minutes, and I hope I kept it to that. Thank you very much.
Thank you.